Alright guys, so along with the amazing trailer that was released just a few days ago, they have removed the embargo from news outlets, preventing the reports from set visits, so there's lots of new information that is just now coming out. I'll only be doing videos on some of it, as I do have a source who's confirmed details which contradicts some of what has been seen on those set visits. Take from that what you will, and you may be able to put two and two together on, what is actually going to be in the movie. So some potential spoilers for this video though, we're delving into what David has been up to in the 10 years since the Prometheus mission. This set report and article comes direct from Collider, and you can follow the link in the description box, to go and have a read if you want. So we've got more details now, absolutely more than ever, on what David has been up to, straight from the devil's mouth. In an interview with Michael Fassbender, he revealed that yes, we will be seeing him as a disembodied head. However, he does get his body back. So this does kind of confirm what has been, speculated and thought of. They did indeed land on Paradise, the engineer homeworld, just as Shaw had wanted to at the end of Prometheus. As far as her whereabouts, suffice to say, it does not look good for Shaw, and we are to assume, the worst. This all goes hand in hand with the information I've got, and also, what we can all assume from the trailer. As we know from Prometheus, the David 8 model has very human-like characteristics. It seems that without maintenance, David is unfortunately becoming more and more human. Those characteristics are manifesting themselves more and more. Michael Fassbender reveals that the human qualities are much a part of him now as the synthetic ones. So there is confirmation that David actually has a lab of sorts, which we actually see in the recent trailer. There is confirmation that David has a lab, which we actually saw in the recent trailer, and that David has been experimenting on engineers. This answers a lot of people's questions as to what that body is of in the trailer. It's actually an engineer body. To me, that didn't seem right just due to a scaling issue, but this is pretty much confirmation of that. Apparently, David has facehugger specimens, which to me is really, really interesting. It means that either, he has the xenomorph through its various life cycle somehow, whether he's made it, he's found it, these are experimentations through various phases, who knows? But I do find that really, really interesting. Michael Fassbender does go on to say in the interview that David is the kind of guy that likes to keep himself busy. He believes that idle hands are the devil's work. David still has that very keen interest in creation. It's an interest in how things work, and it was shown in Prometheus. We see that. David is fascinated with creation, life, nature, and art. He believes that there's some sort of art in what David has been doing. However, there is definitely an ego in there too, which was shown in Prometheus. These are all very human-like qualities. Apparently his time on the planet has left him wanting to leave something behind. So one thing we can garner from the trailer and also this set report here, there is confirmation that David has been living inside the engineered temple, which we see in the trailer. We see the robed figure walking towards the temple, which is likely where his lab now is also. Apparently the temple has a name. It's called the Hall of Heads, which is a nice throwback to what we see in Prometheus, the head idols. Apparently this place is a very sacred and historical place where the engineers store their information. It's interesting that David has set up shop here, and it does lead me to ask, what has he perhaps learnt from the engineers in this place? So the details of what David has been up to won't be completely shown in Covenant, but Michael Fassbender goes on to say that there are visual clues everywhere. So this is obviously where we as fans, we need to keep a keen eye out and watch the movie for these particular clues as well. Michael does go on to tell us more on Walter, which correlates to earlier reports. Walter is very much like a Bishop android, robotic and with no human qualities at all. Apparently he's very logical, almost like a Spock type of robot. So with this new information, we can see that the rumours surrounding David potentially having a hand to play in the Xenomorph's creation may be true. in some sense. I'm very much leaning towards it being natural of some kind, but David alters it. The reason I say this, it just would make sense with the derelict crash and the fact that the engineers had a mural to one in Prometheus. It can't solely be created by David, as that just doesn't add up, and it will be really, really poor writing if they go down that route. So I'm keen to hear what your thoughts are on this, guys. Is this what you expected from David in the movie? Did you put 2 and 2 together with the trailer that came out? Are you surprised? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you did enjoy this, then don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new here, then click subscribe to stay up to date on all things Alien and Predator. I've been Mr. H, and until next time, I'll catch you in the comments section.